To Kill a Mockingbird is one of my favorite books, and I'm sad to see that it was banned. Harper Lee did an amazing job representing racism in America in the 1930s in the Mid-South. I'm going to read a passage from it. Gentlemen, I shall be brief, but I would like to use my remaining time with you to remind you that this case is not a difficult one. It requires no minute stifling of complicated facts, but it does require you to be sure beyond all reasonable doubt as to the guilt of the defendant. To begin with, this case should have never come to trial. This case is simple as black and white. The state has not produced one iota of medical evidence to the effect that the crime Todd Robinson is charged with ever took place. He has relied instead upon the testimony of two witnesses whose evidence has not only been called into serious question on cross-examination, but has also been flatly contradicted by the defendant. The defendant is not guilty, but somebody in this courtroom is. I have nothing but pity in my heart for the chief witness for the state, but my pity does not extend so far as to her putting a man's life at stake, which she has done in an effort to get rid of her own guilt. I say guilt, gentlemen, because it was guilt that motivated her. She has committed no crime. She has merely broken a rigid, time-honored code of our society, a code so severe that whoever breaks it is hounded from our midst as unfit to live with. She is the victim of cruel poverty and ignorance, but I cannot pity her. She is white. She knew full well the enormity of her offense, but because her desires were stronger than the code she was breaking, she persisted in breaking it. She persisted, and her subsequent reaction is something that every child has done. She tried to put the evidence of her offense away from her, but in this case, there is no child hiding stolen contraband. She struck out at her victim. Of necessity, she must put him away from her. He must be removed from her presence. From this world, she must destroy the evidence of her offense. I'm Corey, and this is Banned Books Week.